Welcome back to Jay's Tech Tips. In this video we'll be looking at the iPhone 7. So I got this phone about a few weeks ago, a while to test it out. I don't really have that much money to spend, so I try to look for the most affordable price there is available. So I always look on Facebook Market, eBay, Shopok, or whatever it's called, and try and find the best value for money phone possible. Sometimes they have a small amount of cracks in them, but you can always use a tempered glass, so it costs like £5 to £10, or you can just use a case for your back of the phone, because sometimes just the back is cracked. And each part of the phone, depending on the store you go to and on the phone's generation, like the iPhone 7 is going to cost a bit more than the iPhone 6 to replace the screen, so sometimes I don't replace them fully and just use tempered glass instead. So here we have the iPhone 7. Now this is the box it comes in, and it's a fairly standard box. Like, they all seem to be fairly the same. The lowest amount of storage you can have is 32 gigabytes. If I'm trying to get into focus, so on the back it includes an iPhone 7, earpods, the lightning cable, lightning to headphone jack, because this has no longer the headphone jack, so they have the lightning to headphone jack now. The battery life in the iPhone 7 is relatively nice in comparison to the 5 and the 6. I have noticed that quite a bit, that the 7 lasts a bit longer, and I do like that a lot. So this is what it comes somewhat like. So you've got the phone here, which I've used quite a bit. It should have full charge, but yeah, it's got a really nice feel to it, but it's very slippery. Like, each phone is very slippery. Obviously I bought the one with the crack in it because it cost the least amount of money. So there's a small crack at the bottom, if you can see it right there. It's got a fine line just here and around the sides as well. It doesn't affect the use at all, and it doesn't hurt my finger at all. There's no protective glass in here currently, so it's just so I can show you. And this phone cost me, what, about $140 I think, and it comes with all the accessories and everything else. It comes with this little packet here. It says designed by Apple in California, and it comes with these stickers. Which I thought was very weird. It's like these Apple sticker type things, and I thought it's fairly odd, because it didn't come with the iPhone 6s, and it also comes with the standard information packet, and it also comes with that, you know, SIM card tool removal tray pin. Now I've obviously taken out the lightning cable for the charging purposes, so it comes with, you know, your standard plug, and it comes wrapped in this plastic for some reason, I guess to prevent dust from getting inside. Comes with your headphones. Now I'm not going to really open these that much, so I'm trying to get rid of them eventually, but it's just like a little like sealant. You open them up and it has that lightning cable connection there. So that's what they look like. They're very flimsy and very weak type of material, so it breaks very easily around the sides here and here. I think they're about 15 to 20 pound, something like that, from what I've seen. People trying to sell them for that much on Facebook. So, because I'm not gonna really keep the iPhone 7. I don't like it too much. It's a really weird feel. Like, say I have the iPhone 6s in my hand, and I didn't talk about this last time, but I wasn't really used to it. So this is the iPhone 6s. Now this is the fingerprint scan to unlock your phone. So you go in, and so what you have to do is, if you're not used to it, you hold it down, and then you have to actually press on the home button, if you could hear that, to unlock it. And it's quite a hard press, but on the iPhone 7, moving out of the way, on the iPhone 7, it's actually quite a lot stranger. So you have to unlock it the first time on all of them. So type in my code, you unlock a phone, you can't use your fingerprint, and then it's really odd. And then to get into it, it's a lighter touch. You don't have to press so hard on the home button. At first, when I bought the phone, I thought, because it doesn't go down that much, whereas on the 6s, you press down quite hard and it goes a lot further in. Now, I think that this also saves the home button, because I remember that sometimes on the lower models, that the home button, because you press it so often and you have to press it quite hard, that it damaged it quite a lot. So I'm hoping this actually saves you having to replace the home button and it prevents it from breaking so much. But I remember when I first got it, I couldn't get used to it, so I kept pressing it really hard, and it said, it came with a warning saying, please do not press the home button so hard or something. So I was like, oh, that's a really odd feature, and quite strange. Let's move it out of the way. So, it has a very smooth, like the iPhone 6s, it's very smooth on the back. I don't think it gets as hot as the 6s, which is quite nice. I don't use it for that long. I've only used it for about half an hour maybe, but I'd say it's actually quite cool in comparison. It has the single lens, but it's a bit more of a bump. I'm not sure what they've done to it, like improvements wise, but there is more of a curvature. So when you put it down flat, it is a bit more rocky. It's not exactly stable. I guess to actually, prevent that, you just put a case on the back of it, and then it kind of like the case would kind of overlap, and then it will kind of go around it, so it doesn't have that weird wobble to it when you put it down on the floor. You get the standard layout like the iPhone 6s. It has the latest iOS, which is 12 point something. Overall, it's got very smooth and nice feel to it. I do think they haven't done much though. Like, apart from the battery and the home button, like the two features, and I don't know what this is. Quite frankly, it keeps appearing, and there's no real function for why that happens. There's nothing relevant to what appears. It just drops down slightly, stays there, and then goes back up. It's a really weird thing that just happens for no reason. I've only installed a few games, and I have noticed, my network for my Wi-Fi isn't that great, but I don't think the Wi-Fi card in this isn't as good as the 6s. Speakers here, and they have no headphone jack, which is normally here on the 6s, as you can see here. Speakers, headphone jack, and you got the little mic there. On this side, you have the mic. And I'm not sure what else this is. They say it's some sort of like airflow or heat regulator, I don't know. But then you put the lightning cables in this slot here, which is quite annoying because I do remember that they have the little version of it, like the one that comes up that much or something, and it's very annoying because if you lose it or, damage it, you can't listen to music on your headphones. But I do like the fact that you can use the fingerprint scanner to, like, as instead of a password, instead of typing in it over and over again for Apple ID, you can just use your fingerprint, which is very nice. But you also have the option of just saving it, and then anything that's free, you can just auto-download it regardless. So it's just a nice thing to switch up a bit, that's all. I'm just going to test out the sound, because I didn't do it last time on the iPhone 6s. So it's on full.
What's up guys, and welcome back to Jay's Tech Tips. In this video I'll be showing you how to get your CR2 image that you've taken off your camera, which is basically a higher resolution image, and you can...
It's actually fairly loud. So being that loud, I can feel the case, the top end of the phone vibrating on the iPhone 6s. So
convert it to JPEG or free without having to buy some sort of expensive software, or do some
I can feel it vibrating where I'm holding the phone. That could just be because of the case, but it feels all tingly and a bit weird, so I don't exactly enjoy that. I've put the case on there because they're very flimsy phones and they'll break very easily if I drop them. YouTube's still downloading on the iPhone 7 and it's taking a while. 7. So I'm not sure there's going to be much difference, but we'll put it on full.
I'll be showing you how to get your CR2 image that you've taken off your camera, JPEG, or free without having to buy some sort of...
So it sounds a lot more deeper and bassy.
Expensive software, or do some online thing, because you usually go online and you open up a tab and then you CR2 image that you've taken off your...
So the 6s for some reason sounds a lot louder and a lot more clearer than the iPhone 7, which is very odd. I don't know why. It could just be me, but that's what it sounds like. I don't really enjoy the speakers on this phone, but I do have to admit that it is quicker than the iPhone 6, okay? It is a lot smoother, okay? It's quicker to swipe. Loading up apps is generally faster. but the connectivity to Wi-Fi is a lot slower on this phone. Like, to install YouTube for some reason, it took longer on this phone than the iPhone 6s. I don't know why. It could just be due to my Wi-Fi is crap in my house, but that's what it was. They did a fair test. Okay, there's no SIM card help on this. I haven't turned that on, but yeah, this downloaded quicker than this one here. So that's what I'm saying. If I had to choose a phone between these two, I'd still go for the 6S because I actually enjoy the headphone jack, even though people would say that's irrelevant now and don't talk about it as much. For people like who actually like using it, I'll still go for it. Comes with nicer headphones, but I don't really care that much. I have a quite nice pair of headphones. The camera is generally the same. It's actually the same size as the iPhone 6. There's not much difference when you compare them. This has got the case on it. If I take that off, they're basically the same size phone-wise. So the screen size isn't that different at all. So you've got still comes up to here and down here. Now this phone is slightly thicker though, then this one is slimmer in comparison. So that's not bad. And also you've got the home button that's different, and you've got the headphone jack on this side but not on here. And also it's quicker when logging in. I don't know why the hell that keeps coming up. Look, it's irrelevant. This is what really pisses me off about the iPhone 7. What is this? It doesn't make sense. Well, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.